Who says there's nothing to do on a cold winter's day? Today's adventure, we visit Hershey's Chocolate World. In 1973, Hershey's Chocolate World was built as a replacement of the Hershey Chocolate Plant Tour. Millions have visited this location since opening its doors. Let's go check it out. This new bell structure was unveiled here at Hershey's Chocolate World as part of America's 250th celebration. It was sponsored by the Hershey Company for Bells Across PA initiative. While here, we got to meet Snoopy, too. We love all the character meet and greets here at Hershey Park. And tons of cool new merch, a gift for anybody, really. Anyone you can think of. You'll find something for them here. Now, what I love about Chocolate World is that it's free to enter, and you can go on this free ride. It's the Hershey's Chocolate Tour ride. You can also take a Hershey Trolley Works ride, which you do have to pay for that, but it's well worth it, and I recommend it. You'll learn about the Chocolate King himself, Milton Hershey, on this ride. He founded the Hershey Company and literally built an entire town around it, including factory, homes, trolley systems, school. And he wasn't just making chocolate, he built a chocolate kingdom. Hershey literally brought chocolate candy all throughout the world. And when you think of chocolate, which chocolate do you think of first? Milton Hershey was born on September 13th, 1857, right here in Pennsylvania. His education was reportedly incomplete, rural school education, not by today's rigorous standards. His mother, Fanny, instilled an appreciation for hard work and ethic. And at the age of 14, Hershey dropped out of school, expressed interest in candy making, and began to apprentice with a master confectioner right here in local Lancaster, PA. About 4 years later, allegedly, he borrowed about $150 from his aunt. From that, he set up his own candy shop in Philadelphia, the Lancaster Caramel Company. Fast forward, 1900, Hershey sold the company for $1 million. That's a lot of money back then, even still today.
Your guide will meet you at the entrance. See you inside.
Hershey worked really hard at perfecting his chocolate bars and making them as perfect as they could be. And he began what would one day become the world's largest chocolate manufacturing plant. And today we know that his success exceeded that of his caramel company. Did you know Hershey Park opened its doors in 1946? Here comes little Cupcake. Hi, Cupcake. You're really cute. As I ride this ride, I can't help but think about how you can compare Hershey to Walt Disney. They both failed multiple times before achieving real great success. They had vision and creative minds, and they had cultural impact. Not to mention that they were both philanthropists and dedicated to community development, and they both have long living legacies. This is the part of the ride where they roast you like a peanut. Have you ever been on this ride? Leave a comment down below and let me know your experience. And do you love chocolate? What about chocolate and peanut butter? See that Reese's guy? Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about Reese as well. Harry Burnett Reese, an American inventor and businessman. He created Reese's peanut butter cups and founded the H.B. Reese Candy Company. Reese worked for Mr. Hershey, first on the dairy farms that supplied the milk, and then the factory itself. He focused on peanut butter, and in the 1920s, he started his own candy business in the same town and called it Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And he bought his chocolate from Hershey. Hershey allowed small candy makers to operate near his factory. Reese's company grew quietly, and by the time Milton Hershey died in 1945, Reese's Cups were already wildly popular. Around the 1960s, Reese's company merged with Hershey. Did you know that one of Hershey's greatest inventions was the Hershey Kiss, created in 1907? It didn't get its trademark foil wrapper until about the 20s. Back to some information on Reese. As of 2026, Brad Reese, the grandson of founder H.B. Reese, is calling out the Hershey Company for allegedly cutting corners on ingredients. Leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this. Do Reese's peanut butter cups taste different to you in 2026 than they did years ago? So not only is this ride free, but they give you a free piece of chocolate.
You know what they have said?
It's really pretty. What I love about this story is that, sometimes the greatest success isn't about defeating the giant, but also just about building something good together. Because it's also important to talk about Bill Murray. No, not the actor from Ghostbusters. William Murray and his son Bruce Murray, who contributed very much to the chocolate world with Mr. Goodbar, and also when Bruce joined in with Mars to create M&Ms. They also worked for Mr. Hershey. Since it's winter, Hershey Park doesn't open until closer to springtime, but there's lots to do here. There's a museum, there's create your own candy bar right here at Chocolate World, there's the trolley ride like I had mentioned earlier. There's a lot of things you can do. There's also Zoo America that you can visit, and they have a lot of different animals there that you can learn about as well. Now, we've been here several times in the summer, the spring, the winter, and I gotta say, it really wasn't that busy today, and it was quite enjoyable. For lunch, we decided to head over to the Chocolatier. You don't need park tickets to get to the Chocolatier. You can just come here any day you want and make a reservation and eat. And you take the elevator up, and when you get up to the top, you can just check in right here. Chocolatier is a newer restaurant. I believe it opened in 2020. We've eaten here a few times. The menu is unique because they do try to infuse chocolate in some of the dishes. And it's really the only full-on sit-down restaurant here at Hershey Park. This sign here talks about Hershey Park's famous carousel that was built by the Philadelphia Toboggan Company in 1919 for Liberty Heights Park in Baltimore, Maryland. And then it came here in 1944 with its 42 jumping horses. Who did this? It makes me think of Adam the Woo. Rest in peace, Adam. Anyway, I ordered the margarita flatbread, and it had chocolate sauce on it. It was alright. But come try it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go check out more of the merch and chocolate stuff they got going on here. This place is really awesome. They didn't have a lot happening right now because, again, it's like off season, but recommend it. When you look at the brands, you're going to see different candies and different names that don't necessarily say Hershey's, but Hershey's company owns them. So like Twizzlers, Whoppers, Heath Bars, Cadbury, York, right? All these great names, Jolly Ranchers, right? They're all owned by Hershey Company today. And if you want an awesome milkshake, there's a place right here you can go. Look at this old thing. I like this. This is old. Why did they put this in the corner? I don't know. That should be out. We should be able to see these things. But we have these boards here now, too. You can look at that. Look at all the people that came. Wow. And this is what I got. It was delicious. If you're trying to be healthy and you like to work out, you can get some Reese's protein powder here, too, or some bars. Gotta love the peanut butter chocolate combination. So we actually spent a couple hours here today, and so we're gonna go on another adventure while I have you with me, and so let's head out. But thank you, Chocolate World. It's been a great day. Not familiar with Hershey. They have a campground, they have a stadium, they have a cemetery. Milton Hershey's father died in 1904, followed by his wife in 1915. There wasn't a cemetery at that point, but in 1916, he decided that it was time to create a cemetery of his own right here in Hershey. That way all his loved ones could be interred in the same location, like many families do. That took a while, and so it wasn't first used until 1918 and then opened for business in 1923. So right here you see the Hershey Memorial, right? You can read this sign here. I'm not going to read it for you. You can pause it and read it yourself. And all the snow's still on the ground, so Mr. Hershey is buried right here towards the left-hand side. Here you can pause this here and read this again for yourself, all about the Hershey Family Memorial. Here's Mr. Hershey's grave. I think it is. I couldn't see it, but I'm pretty sure it was. I tried to wipe the snow, but it's so icy and cold. I got snow in my boot. We're gonna walk over to the Reese family headstone. That is part of the family, but that's not H.B. Reese. You got to keep on moving over to the other side here to get to him. There's a few Reeses if you look throughout the cemetery. A lot of Reese family. Because of the snow in my boot and the wet sock situation, I didn't go to the Murray grave. It's a family plot with William Murray and Bruce Murray. But we'll have to come back again in the summer or when it's warmer and there's snow. So here is where you will find H.B. Reese's grave. I had to dig it out a little bit because it's covered in snow. But that's Harry B. Reese. That's it. So as I mentioned, Mr. Murray's buried here, and he became intrigued with the idea of selling chocolate containing peanuts. So Milton Hershey gave him the go-ahead to create the new product, Mr. Goodbar. And then his son met Mr. Mars, and, well, they created M&Ms. So this is the chocolate cemetery. I hope you liked this adventure. Thanks for coming along. Please do me a favor and like and subscribe, and don't forget to keep it moving.